Hi, I'm Sangeeta and I welcome you to New Era Astrology. This astrology is based on modern psychology. Here we decode the cosmos to bring more clarity and awareness into your life. I am going to talk about the entire August month and I have divided it into three segments. So 1st to 9th, then 10th to 21st, and then 21st or 22nd to 31st. If you feel all these details overwhelming, you can just watch segment by segment. You can revisit the video as many times as you can. So now let us begin. So in the first segment, we will explore minor grand trine, which will be continuing from last month, then a rare kite pattern and full moon in Capricorn. So now let us start. So we enter August with the minor grand trine that we had seen last month. So this minor grand trine is between Saturn Neptune conjunction, which is very powerful this time in Pisces, then Pluto in Capricorn and Uranus in Taurus. So all the outer planets are in harmonious aspect with each other, and that means we are going through some powerful period and we will bring in some major shift inside us as well as outside us. So pay attention to what happens inside you. So how to use these energies? We can structure or stabilize our spiritual or creative goals. Intentionally, we need to break away from outdated habits and especially around our career and finances. We need to be open to sudden insights that will help us restructure our long-term path. So at the same time, Saturn Neptune conjunction, which is the full of wisdom, will be squaring Venus in Gemini. That means Saturn brings in some discipline boundaries, Neptune creates some kind of fog, and Venus in Gemini will ask for some light conversation, socialization, some fun activities. So there will be kind of a tension when we will socialize or try to connect with others. We might feel a little confused or disillusioned in terms of money, love, and our social circles. We may not know whom to trust, what to trust that time. So how we can navigate through these energies? So we need to be cautious about spending or emotional promises. We can ask ourselves, is this a casual or is it meaningful? We can wait for the clarity in terms of any relationship or any financial decisions. So moving ahead to 7th August, mark this date because this will be the exact 1 month before the total lunar eclipse that will be happening on 7th September. So whatever stirs around that time, whatever happens around that time, that could be a powerful karmic shift. So you need to pay attention to the messages of the eclipses that can come 1 month earlier and 1 month later also. Then on the same day, there will be a powerful kite pattern forming. So these days we are getting very rare patterns in the sky. So that will be between the ongoing trine between outer planets, Saturn Neptune conjunction, Pluto and Uranus. But this time the Saturn Neptune conjunction will be opposed by Mars in Virgo. So Mars in Virgo means necessarily practical, thoughtful actions. And Saturn Neptune conjunction is, we already know that has a wisdom. Even the ongoing trine is something that powerful shift in our overall life. So Mars in Virgo will be at the apex of this kite pattern. So that means Mars will push for some changes or some towards some action that we need to take. So this creates dynamic push and pull between action and wisdom. So this kite pattern will be active until 12th of August. So how we can use these energies? We can act on the insights that we might get during that time, and particularly around the areas of health, service, our work systems and healing. because Virgo rules all these areas and Mars will be in Virgo. So all these areas will be highlighted. So pay attention that what insights you get around these areas. And because Mars is an action planet and it is opposing the Saturn Neptune conjunction, so there might be some pressure that will build up. So if you feel pressurized, then direct that energy towards something meaningful work, or maybe a constructive work, so that will release the energy. So also we can watch for the signs, patterns or triggers that may preview the eclipse cycles that will be happening in the next month. So moving to next date, that is 9th August, and that will be a full moon in Capricorn. Plus we will be experiencing a beautiful pattern that is called mystic rectangle. So full moon in Capricorn illuminates the need to balance between our inner emotional needs versus our outer responsibilities. But in addition to that, there will be a mystic rectangle in the sky. So Mars Mercury will bring in emotional clarity, and Pluto will bring in deep transformation, and Saturn Neptune conjunction will ground our vision, because Mars will be opposing Saturn Neptune. That will create some pressure to take focused action towards our vision. So how we can use this energy? We can speak emotional truth with clarity, because Mars and Mercury will help us in that. We can take disciplined steps towards our purpose. We can heal old patterns through communication and practical shifts. Then we will allow emotional insights guide us towards long-term decisions. So this is a powerful and healing configuration that will turn our emotional depth into purposeful action. So next update is on 11th August. Mercury goes direct after being retrograde from mid-July. So that will be a relief. If some of you might have felt more mentally foggy, emotionally overwhelmed, or had some miscommunication, then this is a turning point, because clarity will come. It will come slowly, because Mercury doesn't take full speed. It takes time to come to that full speed. Around, maybe you can leave 1 week's gap or 4-5 days gap after 11th August, and then you can resume your conversation and important communication, and even clarify whatever facts you wanted to clarify, and you can do the big purchases, or you can sign the important contracts. So the clarity will come slowly. So to summarize the first phase of August, it is full of powerful changes, deep insights and forward flow. And this will be a time to build bridge between what we feel and what we build. So this is the end of segment 1, and thanks for staying with me for segment 1. Now we will move to segment 2, but just don't go away, because this segment is the most fruitful, beautiful segment of the month. So let us see. This segment will span from 11th August to till 21st August. It will be packed with heartfelt connections and soul guided growth, because there will be beautiful conjunctions between Jupiter and Venus, and there will be harmonious trines. So stay tuned. So on August 10th, Jupiter and Venus will meet in the sign of Gemini, which is very clever and curious sign, and both of them will stay closely until around 18th or 19th of August. So we will get the whole 8 days period to work on certain things. So basically this conjunction is a bright cosmic blessings, because Jupiter is a planet of abundance and growth, and Venus is a planet of love, values, creativity, money. So all beautiful things will come together and will take us towards some growth and expansion. So Jupiter in Gemini will bring in expansion through curiosity and knowledge, because Gemini is the sign of knowledge and curiosity, and Jupiter brings in expansion. So whatever it touches, it expands. So that way our knowledge will expand. Then there will be growth in teaching, writing and publishing and digital businesses. Then there will be opportunities to build bridges through language, that means the communication. So together, Jupiter and Venus in Gemini, this energy expresses like growth in communication and networking. Then broader vision around money, love and social circles. Then there will be a growth through learning, teaching and mental expansion. Then this period will be beneficial for business deals, media, writing and social networking. This is a very beautiful time, so do enjoy this. Do schedule all the important business communication or any type of communication, studies, teaching and any financial decision. So how we can use these energies? We need to be open to new conversations and collaborations. We can say yes to all the educational and communication based opportunities. Then we can journal our ideas. Maybe one of them might become path to expansion. So one of the ideas might just click. So moving to next dates, that is 10th to 12th August. So Jupiter Venus conjunction will be in trine aspect to Moon as well as North Node in Aquarius. So when it will be in trine aspect to Moon, that will be enhancing emotional joy, because Moon is all about our emotional world. So it will give so much pleasure to us. So it will enhance our emotional joy, then comfort and then connection. We'll be happy connecting with each other. So it's a very happy period. And when it will be trine to North Node in Aquarius, that will activate our karmic path. So North Node is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the sign of social causes, humanitarian causes, independence, originality, collective evolution and technology. So when North Node in Aquarius will be in trine aspect to Jupiter Venus conjunction in Gemini, so that may bring invitation to join or lead progressive causes, perhaps through projects, groups or through technology or communities. So we'll come together for certain purpose, maybe some social cause or humanitarian cause or some other business related causes. We might get some insights into how we can serve the greater good. So how we can use this energy? We can pay attention to what excites both our heart as well as our mind. Then we can reconnect with social missions and groups and projects or any visionary ideas. We can step into more independent and innovative version of ourselves. We can get involved in some community or some tech driven projects with our heart. So this trine aspect will be exact on 19th August. So again we get 1 week's time to work on all these areas. So we might feel that our efforts, our ideas, our relationships are finally aligning with something bigger than us. Then moving to August 19th. So Chiron in Aries will be sextiling Sun in Leo. So both are fire signs. So it's a very good alignment. So it's a powerful day. So this alignment will help us step into self-expression with courage and authenticity. Even though we have had some past emotional wounds, we will be able to express ourselves fully. So how can we utilize this energy? So we can acknowledge our courage. We can share our stories instead of hiding it, because our vulnerability is powerful. During this healing process, we can make some space for joy, fun and creativity, because Leo is the energy of fun and joy. So we can utilize that also. So as we come to the close of this segment, that is on 20 and 21st August, Mars will be trining Mercury and Venus will conjunct Moon. So Mars in Virgo trining Mercury in Cancer, that will help us take thoughtful, organized action, because Virgo is very organized sign. So, and Mars is an action planet, so that will give us impetus to work on some thoughtful actions, take some thoughtful actions. And Mercury in Cancer is very soft energy, but Mercury is a planet of thinking. So overall we will take some action, thoughtful actions during that time. And Venus conjunct Moon will enhance the softness, sweetness and artistic flow during that time. So it's a beautiful energy around those days. So how we can utilize this energy? We can get our life in order. Practically we can clear the clutter at home, arrange our documents, even make some important decisions related to home or our life. Then we can express our affection towards someone who is important to us through our action, because Virgo is very dedicated to service and action, and Mars is an action planet. So we can, through our actions, we can show our affection and love towards somebody. So Jupiter and Venus conjunction in Gemini is a golden opportunities towards joyful growth. This is the end of segment 2, and it is asking us to stay open, stay curious and trust the signs that will guide our soul to move forward. So thanks once again for staying with me until segment 2, but don't go away, stay tuned, because we will be entering into segment 3 and the energy will be completely different in segment 3. So segment 3 will span across August 21st till August 31st. So there will be new moon in Leo, and that will be part of a yod pattern, which is also called finger of God. Then Venus will have some alignments and it will move into Cancer, and there will be some T squares. Now let us see the cosmic energies in segment 3. So on August 21st, Venus will move into the sign of Cancer. So Venus will change its energy and it will be more loving, security oriented, and it will ask for emotional connections than previous sign of Gemini, where it was very light-hearted, fun and flirtatious. But now Venus will be more emotional, sensitive, and it will want emotional connections. So we will experience the change in the energy of Venus. And the same day you can mark the calendar, because that is exact 1 month before the solar eclipse in Virgo sign that will happen on 21st September. So all the eclipses can deliver their messages 1 month before and 1 month after. So pay attention to what emerged during that time. So from August 21st to 25th, Venus in Cancer will be squaring Chiron in Aries, and that will bring emotional vulnerability, but healing and awareness about the relational wound. So we might feel torn between our need for connection and need for our independence, or we might feel defending ourselves. So there will be a kind of conflict between these two needs. So how can we navigate through this energy? So we can allow our emotional triggers to teach us. We can communicate our needs without feeling guilty about it. And most importantly, we can take this opportunity to heal ourselves. So moving to August 23rd, that will be new moon in Leo. And Leo is a fire sign. So this new moon will be full of fiery courage, self-expression and desire to lead or to be seen. But this new moon will be a focal point of the pattern Yod, which is a powerful and rare configuration, which is also known as finger of God, which stabilizes and drives the configuration, the overall configuration of this Yod pattern. These two energies, Leo energy of new moon Pluto and Saturn Neptune sextile. These two energies are completely different energies. So there will be some discomfort in handling these energies. This discomfort will be around our identity, our creativity, and our leadership skills. So how we can handle this energy? We can take brave steps towards authentic self-expression and leadership. We can let go of control and people-pleasing attitude. And most importantly, we can listen to the signs from universe, even if they feel inconvenient. So alongside this yod pattern, this new moon will be part of T-square with Uranus in Taurus and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. So this might bring in some sudden changes, some rebellious attitude or shadow integration, or ego confrontation or power struggles. So you can see those discomfort that I just talked about between these two different energies. So that this T-square is also suggesting the same discomfort around these areas. But this discomfort could also trigger some breakthroughs if you allow it. How to use these interesting energies? Don't suppress your truth for comfort. Allow disruptions to lead to innovations, and honor your inner rebel without burning bridges. Then there will be some supportive alignments happening around that time. Chiron will be trining this new moon, and Mars will be anyway sextiling Mercury. So together these energies are saying, speak your truth and act with clarity. Then moving to next date, that is August 24th, Venus will be sextiling Uranus. So that will be unexpected sweetness or insights. So somebody might will fall in love, like love at first sight, or even if in your committed relationship there will be spark of love and harmonious energy, but that will be very sudden because Uranus is involved. Then on August 25th, Pluto will oppose Venus, so there will be emotional intensity or some kind of power struggle in relationship, or some kind of transformation in relationship through this power struggle. So many times it happens that our relationship changes at certain level. So that is the point here. Then there will be minor grand trine on August 26th. And this grand trine will be between Venus, Uranus and Saturn Neptune conjunction. And this grand trine will be active until August 30. So this grand trine will offer us grounding, evolution in relationship and creative purpose. Then on the end of the month, that is August 31st, Mars will square Jupiter. Mars will be in Virgo, Jupiter will be in Gemini, and North Node in Aquarius will trine Jupiter in Gemini. So what will happen when Mars will be squaring Jupiter? So Mars in Virgo is asking for focus and thoughtful actions and thoughtful decisions. It is asking for a productive actions also. But then Jupiter in Gemini wants expansion through ideas, learning and networking. So it wants to go across everywhere, wherever it can get information. So this square is creating tension between this precision and exploration, between action and overthinking. So we might feel pulled in too many directions, or we might feel overcommitted, or we might overplan without execution. So we need to be aware of this energy and how we can navigate through this energy. So we can focus only on one or two important tasks and will see to it that we don't scatter our energy. Then we can avoid perfectionism and impulsiveness, and we will try to translate ideas into real world effort. Then North Node in Aquarius will be trining Jupiter in Gemini. So earlier this trine aspect was with Venus, but now it is trining only with Jupiter in Gemini. So this is a cosmic green light to move towards our destiny. So how we can use these energies? We can share our vision, especially in teaching, healing or technology. We can say yes to paths that feel mentally alive or socially meaningful. Then we can follow the conversations or insights that won't leave us alone. So essentially we will be doing it along with others. So this last week of the August will be emotionally charged, spiritually exacting and incredibly purposeful. So we can ask ourselves, where do I need to step into the light even if I feel not ready for it? What is my truth? And am I brave enough to live with it? And which ideas keep returning because they are my next steps? So this was the end of segment 3, and thanks for joining me till the end, and I thank you for watching this episode and for subscribing the channel. Until next time, lead with courage, love with depth, and take those brave steps. If this podcast moved you, then share your reflection below and share this podcast with someone who is walking the same path. So let us meet in the month of September, and that will be very important month because there will be 2 eclipses, one lunar, one solar eclipse. So don't miss that episode. Thank you so much.